Traveling by train can be a dream, or a total disaster. It all depends on whether you know these essential rules. Stick around, because most people miss the little things that cause big problems. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more smart travel tips you won't want to miss. Rule 1. Don't leave your ticket to the last day, really. Let's be honest. Buying your ticket last minute might feel spontaneous and exciting, like you're living in a movie. But in real life, it's usually just stressful and overpriced. Trains aren't like your favorite coffee shop where there's always a seat in the corner waiting for you. Nope. Those comfy window seats, gone. The quiet carriage, gone. Even the aisle seat next to the bathroom, yep, gone. And here's the real kicker. Prices climb faster than your stress levels when you realize you're about to spend 3 hours standing next to someone playing TikToks on full volume. Planning ahead isn't boring. It's smart. You get better prices, better seats, and the sweet satisfaction of knowing you won't be that person awkwardly scanning for empty space. So do your future self a favor. Book early, breathe easy, and maybe, just maybe, leave a little room in the budget for snacks. Because no one enjoys a journey when they're broke and hangry. 2. Book early or regret later. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. Train tickets don't wait for anyone, especially not last-minute wanderers like I used to be. I once showed up at the station all confident, thinking I'd just hop on the next train like I was in a movie. Spoiler alert, I ended up waiting 3 hours sitting on my luggage eating sad vending machine snacks. Booking in advance not only saves you from that tragic scenario, it also saves money, guarantees a good seat, and gives you peace of mind. You don't want to be the person sprinting through the station with no ticket and a backpack flapping behind them. Trust me, it's not as cinematic as it sounds. It's also worth checking out trains with flexible schedules. If you're unsure of your exact departure time. That way, if plans change, you're not stuck paying extra for a last-minute ticket. Trust me, being ahead of the game pays off. So yeah, check schedules, compare prices, and lock in that ticket early. You might even get some cool discounts or special offers. Future you will be grateful. And probably less hungry. 3. Don't overpack. You'll regret it. Cool. Here's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. Traveling light is the key. I remember the first time I packed for a long train trip. I stuffed my bag to the brim, thinking, what if I need this? What if I need that? Spoiler alert. I didn't need 90% of the stuff I brought. I ended up struggling with a huge, heavy bag, unable to even move comfortably through the narrow aisles. The truth is, trains don't offer as much space as you might think. Packing light gives you the freedom to move around easily, store your bag overhead without struggling, and even be able to jump off the train at your stop without a moment's hesitation. Plus, you'll thank yourself when you don't have to squeeze through the crowded train and navigate around everyone else's luggage. The best way to pack: focus on the essentials. Try to pack in layers and avoid overthinking. A couple of comfortable outfits, a light jacket, a few snacks, and your essentials. Everything else? You can live without it for a few hours. Now, if you want a pro tip, pack an empty bag inside your main one for any goodies you pick up along the way. Trust me, there's always room for snacks and souvenirs. 4. Bring your own snacks. The train food situation isn't pretty. I've been there. The train's food cart comes around, and you think to yourself, maybe I'll treat myself to something special. But after you've seen the tiny, overpriced sandwich that looks like it's been sitting under the heat lamp for hours, you'll wish you'd packed your own. The train food situation isn't pretty, and I'm not exaggerating. Here's the thing, you never know when you'll get hungry. Train stops can be sporadic, and food choices might be limited. So, it's best to prepare yourself. I learned this the hard way during a long trip where I was starving for hours because the food cart had already passed, and the next stop wasn't for a while. The solution? Pack some tasty and filling snacks. Think sandwiches, fruits, nuts, or anything that won't spoil easily. A good snack not only saves you from hunger, but also gives you a little something to enjoy while gazing out the window. And trust me, when you're miles away from any restaurant or convenience store, you'll be thanking yourself for that extra snack. 5. Keep your chargers and power bank handy. You never know when you'll need them. We've all been there. Your phone is dying, the train's Wi-Fi is spotty, and the battery life starts flashing that dreaded red warning. You might think, oh, I'll be fine. I'll charge it when I get to my destination. But you never know when that dead zone is going to hit. Trains can have unpredictable charging availability, and sometimes you're stuck without access to a plug for hours. If you're planning to stream a movie, listen to music, or just need your phone for directions, you'll want to have a backup plan. Trust me, after a few missed opportunities to charge, you'll never leave home without a power bank again. My advice? Invest in a decent power bank, and make sure it's easily accessible during your trip. There's nothing worse than needing your phone for something important and realizing you forgot to charge it. A few extra minutes of preparation can save you from a whole lot of inconvenience later on. Don't forget your travel essentials, like a good pair of headphones. It's easy to think that you can just hop on the train and everything will be smooth sailing. But trust me, you'll regret not packing those little essentials. Things like a good pair of headphones or earbuds can make all the difference, especially if you're on a crowded train or taking a long journey. I've been caught without headphones before, and let me tell you, it's a nightmare. Either you're stuck listening to the hum of the train for hours, or worse, someone decides to have an animated conversation on their phone right next to you. Not ideal. So, do yourself a favor and throw a pair of headphones in your bag before you head out. Whether it's for music, podcasts, or just tuning out the world, having something to block out noise will make your journey way more enjoyable. Plus, it's always better to be prepared. 7. Security measures. Stay safe and secure even though trains are generally safe. It's always better to be cautious, especially when you're traveling alone or during off-peak hours. It's important to be aware of your surroundings. Keep your personal items, phone, wallet, and backpack within reach at all times. Though some trains have security cameras, relying on them alone won't keep your belongings safe. A quick glance around when boarding or exiting the train can go a long way. Trust your instincts, and don't hesitate to move to a more crowded area if you feel uneasy. Secure your valuables and always keep an eye out for any suspicious activity. Being vigilant doesn't just protect your belongings. It gives you peace of mind to enjoy the rest of your trip stress-free. And while it's tempting to relax and zone out, a quick check of your surroundings as you settle into your seat is always a good idea. If you're in a compartment with others, keep your bag under your seat or in the luggage rack above you, but not out of sight. A small safety measure like this can make a huge difference, especially on crowded trains or overnight trips. 8. Travel duration and comfort. Prepare for long rides. Long train journeys can be surprisingly exhausting if you're not prepared. Even though you're seated, you'll want to make sure you're as comfortable as possible. A neck pillow is a game changer for longer trips. It helps avoid any neck pain, and a blanket or scarf can make you feel cozy when the air conditioning is too strong. Stay hydrated to prevent fatigue, especially if your train doesn't offer many beverage options. Bring snacks for a quick energy boost. Trust me, it's a lifesaver when hunger strikes and you're not near a food cart. And for those prone to motion sickness, don't forget to pack your travel sickness bands or medication to keep the ride smooth and comfortable. Also, it's a good idea to check the seating arrangements ahead of time if you're planning a longer trip. Some trains offer recliners or extra legroom, and if you're on a budget, booking your seat in advance can help avoid cramped, uncomfortable spots. A little extra thought beforehand can make a big difference when you're miles into the journey. And there you have it. 8 essential tips to make your next train journey smooth and hassle-free. You've got the inside scoop now, so don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks. Until next time, happy travels and safe journeys ahead.